What's up, everybody? Today, I'm going to show you a secret fly that I use, guaranteed to catch fish, and also really easy to tie. Let's get to it. If you're like me, every once in a while you get this hankering to tie a fly, but you're almost intimidated by the amounts of material you have around, or you saw a fly online or in like Fly Tire magazine, and it's just too intimidating for your headspace at that moment. 9 times out of 10, what do? You say, bah, I'll do it later. This is a fly you can tie at almost any skill level, anytime, and it kind of feeds that craving to tie a fly, but it also is going to catch fish. This is a fly that I use all the time in ponds, in local creeks. It's essentially a dumbed down version of a woolly bugger. Very simple and only takes a couple materials to make, but the fish love it. It's almost like where the woolly bugger looks like everything and nothing all at the same time. This looks like everything and nothing for the stupidest fish on the water, and they're going to be fooled by it. So it's real simple. I'm going to show you how to tie it today, and hopefully you'll do that and get out and try it. So first, I'm going to start with kind of my go-to. I use it with most things that are a streamer. I have it in a bunch of different sizes, but that's the Gamakatsu B10S Stinger hooks. They're really versatile. I like them because they've got a little bit of shank to them, so you can tie kind of a streamer, but they're really high quality, really sharp. But you can tie it with even like a longer traditional woolly bugger hook as well. And I've done that. But today, just for the sake of this, I'm going to be tying it with the Gamakatsu B10S Stinger in size 6. You can move up and down depending on how big of a fly you want. Then you're going to need some Marabou. I'm using the Fulling Mill white premium. This is selected Marabou. This was a little bit more expensive. This is like some primo stuff. Any Marabou will do. And then I'm using some black Estaz for the body. And for the thread, I'm using, if it's even around here, right in front of me. I'm going to use the UTC Ultra Thread 210 denier, so I can tie it nice and tight. But this is kind of a go-to. I always use this thread. And it looks like a kid has been in here. That's going to take a minute. Definitely a child's doing. We don't have a cat. All right, so first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your hook and you're going to get a bead head. With this, the quicker it sinks, the better for me. Especially if you're in a pond, you can kind of get down from the smaller baby panfish that are also striking it and hopefully get to a bigger panfish or bass that's right underneath them. That bead head's almost a little too big. Why not? It's just for demonstration. It'll still work. So I'm going to put it in your vise, get rid of the bead heads, and then you're going to start laying down your thread. All right. Once you get back there, get you a nice, juicy Marabou. Like I said, I'm using white today. The key with this fly I found is always have a contrast. So because I'm using the white feather, I'm going to use the black Estaz, but you could use a dark feather. You could use like an olive or the brown or even a black, then use something bright colored for the actual body. I find that the contrast is really, in my opinion, what makes this fly work instead of having all one color. Now, I do a little bit longer of a tail just so it has some movement. And just wrap that in nice and tight. And that's why I like this 210 denier as well, is because on this type of stuff, I just really clamp down on it. And if it was anything thinner, I'm going to snap the thread and be frustrated. All right, so that's in pretty good, right? Next, I'm going to get some flash. I have a whole like cigar box full of flash. I just reached in and grabbed the first one I saw. There's a bunch of stray flash. That's not helpful. But I'm just going to take a couple pieces. It's pretty long. Let's see if I can do this. I like to actually leave it a little longer than the tail. I don't trim it all flush. And then actually, I'm going to bend it back, and there's plenty. So I did it a little longer what I cut, and I could bend it back. So there's a nice bunch of flash to catch light in the water, attract those fish. Tie that in nice and good. Now I'm going to get this Estaz. And like I mentioned earlier, I'm using this black Estaz so it'll contrast with the white. But you can use, like I have some of this pearl. I've done the opposite contrast with a dark tail, this kind of pearl color. I've got chartreuse. Any of this will work, and you can pick that up anywhere. You can get it off Amazon. You can get it at your local fly shop, which I encourage you to do. But really simple material, and it takes the step out of a woolly bugger where you tie in the hackle, because it's naturally got that those fibers to it. So I cut it a little bit longer because since it is just this thread, and once it gets down there, I like to tie it nice and close together so that I have more build and volume to the body. So I'm going to go ahead and just tie this piece in nice and tight back there, then advance the thread forward right up to the bead head. Now you're just going to wrap nice and tight, close together. And then as you go, kind of make sure that the fibers of the Estaz is not getting caught under your wraps. So as you build, you can see it's like a cheat code woolly bugger, but it's super simple. You cannot mess it up. And then right at the bead head, I do a few wraps just to build up and kind of cover it, and then catch it with your thread, pull back and get nice and tight behind the bead, snip it, couple more, throw in a half hitch just for safety. And let's see, where's my whip finisher? Just take that, throw in 4 turns on the old whip finish. Make sure you pull it down nice and tight, snip it, and there you go. Really, really simple fly. And you can see it's got volume all the way around. Those fibers in the water will dance back and forth. It'll kind of get some motion to it, nice and buggy. But then you got the tail and the flash to also draw attention to it. I love the contrast. I'm telling you, when I throw this in a pond, fish swarm it immediately. Same thing in the creek. If I throw it in a little cove or near some rocks, you see fish just come up just to even check it out. It's almost a foolproof fly. Really simple to tie. And like I said, if you're in a rut or you're feeling not confident about your fly tying, that's how I am most of the time. You can tie a bunch of these real fast. You can make it almost second nature and build that confidence that you can then say, okay, well, I've done a few of these. Let's step up to something else. That's why I like it. I like it because it catches fish and it's easy to tie to help build confidence along this fly tying journey. Also, if you snip too much, you can use these pieces later. So it's almost like a trash fly. If you keep a bunch of trimmings from other stuff and you don't want to throw them away, this is a way you can just have maybe a smaller hook, maybe try it. I mean, you can do all sorts of different things to mess around with this and build on it, and you're not wasting a ton of material. You're not going to mess it up. It's almost impossible to mess up, and you end up with a fly that you can actually go fish. So I hope you liked this. If you did, as we speak, I'm 11 subscribers away from that magic 1,000 number for my channel. I'd really appreciate it if you go ahead and subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up just so it shows the algorithm that people were enjoying it. They watched this far and heard me say that. So go ahead and do that. I really appreciate it. And if you have any comments on it, if you think it's a terrible idea, if you think it takes away the entire art of fly tying, let me know below. Or if you like it, if you want to try it, if you've tied this same thing and it has a name, let me know in the comments below. I really love to hear from you. And I'll catch you next time here on the Whiskey Bugger.